It's time again for the Science Bowl.
Zoo Parade for 5. What big teeth the hippo has are actually a pair of these. Science Potpourri for 10. Would a snake most likely eat every day? Every week, Dateline Science for 10. Why are some elephants wearing necklaces these days? Green things for 15.
And now, here's your host, Mr. Z himself, Dave Zarin.
Thank you and welcome to the Science Bowl, the science quiz program here in the Prince George's Schools, where we test scientific literacy and hope to improve that of the students and yours too. Play along, see how many of these questions you can get right. 2 outstanding elementary schools here today vying for the chance to become the last of our 4 semifinalists. Let's meet the teams. First, from Judge Sylvania Wood, say hello to Jaden. Hey, Jaden, wave to everybody at home. And wearing a matching t-shirt is our captain, Eric, there. Also a safety patrol guard. And another returning student, Ahmed, is here. Good to have Ahmed with us. They're playing against a first-time school, North Forestville. Welcome, North Forestville. Ryan, say hello to everybody. Wave. All right, and you got a little mascot there too, the Falcon. Temediri is here playing our game. He is the captain. And Cressida is here as well, rounding out the threesome. Here in the Science Bowl, we have 6 categories of questions, and here they are.
Okay, Mr. Z, here's today's categories. Green things, questions about plants and all things green and growing. Zoo Parade, a Noah's Ark of questions about animals. Body systems, we'll see how much you know about yourself, about things like breathing and growing and digesting your food. Let's get physical. Questions that test your knowledge of physics and chemistry, earth science and space science. Then there's Science Potpourri. Here's a grab bag of science questions, everything from air pollution to the kitchen sink. And finally, Dateline Science. We'll ask you about science history and science in the news.
And here in the Science Bowl, we have our game board arranged for difficulty of question. The easier ones, 5 and 10 points. Increasingly more difficult, 15, 20, and ultimately 25, the toughest of them all. Both of our teams start out at 50 points apiece. No penalties for any incorrect answers. At the end of the 2 rounds, we will have a winner to go on to fight for a chance to be a semifinalist. Let's go over and make sure we have everything working properly. Eric, would you try the red team's buzzer? Looks and sounds A-OK. How about the green team? Temediri. All right, looks like you're ready to go as well. Are you guys excited? I hope so. We are so happy to have you here. You're winners already just for being here representing your schools. Takes a lot of courage to do this, guys, and we wish you luck. May the better team win. We go alphabetically J before N, so Judge Woods and Eric, let's go.
Green things for 10.
Green things for 10 points to start us out. To keep unwanted plants like weeds from flowering and then producing seeds, it is best to nip the flowers in the what? Temediri.
A garden?
Not in the garden. Oh. It's best to nip the flowers in the what? In the bud. Nip the flowers in the bud. Snap off the buds and you don't see any flowers. You're not going to get any seeds. Maybe you'll get rid of those weeds. Try again, red. Eric.
Body systems for 5.
Body for 5. All right. While there's not enough of it to make a candle, this substance does accumulate in your ears. Judge Woods. What? What? Wax is right. Eric and Jay, you just bopped heads there. Are you guys all right? Wax is the right answer, yes. Go again, red. Go ahead, Eric.
Body systems for 10.
Body for 10. All right. The muscular contractions of an empty digestive tract, called peristalsis, I hope you guys had lunch, can produce this familiar sound, the same one produced by an angry dog. Temediri.
Growling. Grumbling. In your stomach.
Yes? Growling or grumbling. Yes, we will take that from you. Okay, go green.
Body, Zoo Parade for 10.
Zoo for 10. Like us, rats will eat most anything, animal or plant, and are known by this O-initialed name, Judge Woods.
Omnivores?
Yeah, omnivores is right. Thank you, Ahmed, for your help on that too. Go, red. Eric?
Green things for 5.
Green for 5. Weighing in last Halloween at 2,479 pounds was one of these squashes that was destined to become many pies. Judge Woods.
Squash.
I gave you that already. All right, this squash weighed, North Forestville, 2,479 pounds last Halloween. It was destined to be made into many pies.
Spaghetti squash.
Pumpkin pies. That's the kind of squash. Yeah, I like that you knew other squashes, but that's the one we were talking about. Jack-o'-lanterns, all of that. Good try. Go red.
Zoo parade for 5.
Zoo for 5. The study of these animals is called ichthyology, or sometimes piscatology, a word derived from the zodiac sign Pisces. Fish. If you know your zodiac signs, the sign of, you know your signs, if you're Leo or you're Sagittarius. Pisces are 2 fish. Go again, red.
Let's get physical for 5.
Physical for 5 points. Here we go. Because its red color reminded them of blood. Ancient Romans named this planet for their god of war. Name the planet North Forestville.
Mars.
Mars is right. Yes, sir. Good. Go. High score, 65 all.
Dateline signs for 10.
Dateline for 10 points. Before the invention of this now overused polymer packaging material, the only substance that could be used for storage was clay or glass. But now we have this, Eric. Let's go over to North Forestville.
Plastic.
Plastic,
Yes.
yeah, plastic. Plastic came along. We didn't use clay or glass anymore. And now we have overused it. We know we're polluting the world with plastic. It does not disintegrate. Good. Go green. You're in the lead by 10.
Dateline signs for 15.
Daylines for 15 points. Multiple choice. Had she not died, a scientist by the name of Rosalind Franklin could have shared the Nobel Prize for the discovery of DNA with James Watson and Francis Crick. That prize was in which of the following categories? Psychology, philosophy, or physiology? Judge Woods.
The last one.
Last one, physiology, absolutely right, good. Physiology/medicine is as it's sometimes listed. Good, you're 5 points ahead. Go, Eric.
Science potpourri for 5.
Potpourri for 5 points. This is a numerical answer. Some astronomers refer to our moon as one of the Earth's continents, making it continent number what? Continent number what? All right, we need a number, Eric.
8.
8, yes indeed. Because we have 7 continents, and that would be number 8. All right, you're on a roll. You're 10 up. Oh, the buzzer says we've got to take a little break here. We got a good game here. 85 Judge Woods, 75 North Forestville. We'll be back in just a moment. Don't go away. And welcome back to Science Bowl Round 2. Straight ahead, lots of science questions to ask. A few personal ones first of our players and find out a little bit about their schools and their future plans. Let's go to Judge Woods, and we welcome back. You guys look familiar to me because you were here before. Eric, tell us about your school. Who's your principal?
We have a new principal. Her name is Dr. Buns.
Dr. Bunn. And she has been at your school, though, for some time. She is more than capable and deserving of being the principal of that wonderful school. And who's your coach?
Our coach is Miss Mason.
She's here with you today, too. And do you have any alternates on your team?
We have Youssef.
All right, he'll be out in just a few moments' time here, so we can get a little bit of face time. Something about Judge Woods that you think we should know. Something that makes you brag.
Our teachers are really nice, and they treat every student equally. And not to brag, but like we have a good PE teacher.
Hey, PE is important. You guys are athletes over there, and a PE teacher is important. And you know, when you said the teachers are nice and they care about each of you, that's what every school should have, a school like that. I bet you guys are anxious to get to school every day. Eric, what do you want to do someday?
When I grow up, I actually want to be a pilot.
Yeah, because you wrote that you'd like to go into pilot simulator, so you're getting practice already. Yeah, so you've got to have good math skills, good physical skills up there. Sounds like you're ready to do it, young man. Ahmed, nice to have you back too. Tell us why you like the Science Bowl. Why'd you come back?
I just wanted to get better and smarter because last time I was good at science, but this time, this Science Bowl, I'm better. So I just wanted to get even more better by just
I
participating.
think that's a beautiful reason for coming back. And, you know, sometimes it takes 2, 3, 4 times before you win something, because each time you learn something more and you bring new knowledge here. What are your future plans?
I want to become an engineer or maybe a soccer player.
Soccer players make big bucks. You know, look at Messi, look at some of those other ones, you know, they don't have to work another day in their life. Jaden, nice to have you here. You're a soccer player too, aren't you?
Yeah.
Tell me about where you patrol.
So I patrol outside my bus. So like, I tell kids to stop running when they're running.
And do they listen to you?
Yeah.
I hope they do, because that badge is a symbol of authority there. Eric too. Tell us about Jaden. What do you do in your spare time?
Well, I mostly play games and stuff like that, and I play soccer.
Yeah, normal kid stuff, yeah. Having a good time. Obviously a great student. Do you think you might do something in science someday, or what are you thinking?
Mostly, yeah, science. I would like to be a meteorologist someday.
Yeah, we were talking about that before. So you watch the weather all the time, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's good practice for what you want to do someday. Good luck in the second half. North Forestville, nice to have you here. Temediri, tell us about North Forestville. Who's your principal?
Our principal is Miss McMillan.
Wonderful, out there rooting for you. And who's your coach?
Our coach is Mr. Richardson.
Mr. Richardson. He used to be at Glen Arden Woods. I know him from there, and I know what a big fan of Science Bowl he is. I know what a great coach he is. And he helped design those great shirts you're wearing today, identifying you as?
Falcons.
Remember? Absolutely, you're a scientist. And the little guy here, the little falcon, the little mascot, does it have a name, Temediri? Or is it just Falcon?
We named him Timothy, named after him.
Oh, I see. Is he bringing you luck? Oh, yeah, so far he's doing a good job, yeah. Give him an extra mouse or a rat when you get back. Temediri, tell us about your school. What do you like about it?
I like that we have multiple after-school programs. Like there's a program called Hub. It teaches you about science, money management, also PE.
That's wonderful. Money management, boy, that's important, isn't it? You know, because you're going to be spending money your whole life, and hopefully you're learning how to save and invest and do all those wonderful things. Any alternates on your team?
We have Xavier Deans.
Wonderful. We'll bring the alternate out just a few moments' time here. What do you want to do someday?
I want to be a cardiologist
or
an NBA player.
I remember that, yeah. You could do both. You could do both, yeah. Get to be one of those Rhodes Scholars on a scholarship, on a athletic scholarship, and go to England and come back, and you still could go back to medical school. Good to have you here. Ryan, nice to have you with us today. Why'd you want to be on the show?
Because when I learned about 4th grade science, I really want to be in science school.
Wow. So this is a dream come true for you. You'll be able to be here with us. Hope you enjoy yourself here. What do you want to do? Have you thought about your future yet?
Yes, I want to be a marine biologist.
Microbiologist. Boy, you're going to be in the right place here. Let this be one of the first steps in that career. And Cressida, right? Cressida, tell us about yourself. You like to read, right? And you like to read, and we're looking at bugs, you said. Would you like maybe to be an entomologist?
Yeah. I would also like to be a zoologist or a dentist. I would like to be a dentist because it's not as low paying as a teacher, and it's not as hard as a doctor.
You've got it all figured out, young lady. You certainly do.
I
like your enthusiasm. You're bringing that to the game here. We have an entomologist as one of our judges here today, and a teacher over there. So, you know, we're going to be pushing for teacher, too. Let's get back into the game. 85 Judge Wood, 75 North Forestville. Lots of points to give away. Come on, Temediri. Let's pick one. Let's go.
Zoo parade for 15.
Zoo for 15 points. Animals like cows and dogs and lizards and frogs are all quadrupeds. Meaning they do what, Judge Woods? What do they all do? They all walk on 4 legs. Yeah, talk among yourselves, North Forestville, in case I have to come to you.
They all walk on 4 legs?
Yes, they do. They're 4-legged creatures. Good, go red.
Green things for 15. Green things for 15.
Green for 15 points. All right. The prefix xylo, X-Y-L-O, like in the name xylophone, tells you that musical instrument is made of what W-initialed substance that, yes.
Wood?
Wood, absolutely right, because the xylem in a plant is what makes the wood. Good answer. Good, you're only 10 points down. Go green.
Body systems for 15.
Body for 15 points. The adjective tactile or haptic can be used to describe things like rough surfaces that involve our sense of what? Judge Woods. Our sense of what?
Sense of touch.
Yes, sense of touch, absolutely. Yeah, you had me guessing. I thought you knew it right away. Good answer. Go.
Dateline science for 5.
Dateline, 5 points. Last year, you might have seen this. It was a video of a Tyrannosaurus Rex called Frankie addressing the United Nations. His message was that unless we humans get our acts together and start saving the earth, we, like the dinosaurs, will go what? Judge Woods.
We will go extinct.
We will go extinct just like those dinosaurs. Yeah, did a nice job with that. Good. Go red.
Green things for 20.
Green for 20. All right. Corn. I don't know if you found this to be true. It's one of the hardest plants to digest, one of the hardest plant foods to digest, since the yellow kernel is made of this fibrous C-initialed carbohydrate. That is cellulose. Cellulose, the same thing that it makes up cell walls. Go again, red.
Zoo parade for 20.
Zoo for 20. All right. An example of convergent evolution is the fact that bats and dolphins both developed this sound locating behavior independently of each other. Okay, come on, North Forestville. What do we call that?
Echolocation.
Echolocation. You got it. Bim, bam, boom. Nice answer. Go.
Science potpourri for 15.
Potpourri for 15 points. Have you seen on television out in Las Vegas, they have this huge sphere that's covered with lights. Sometimes they make it look like a giant eyeball. That new Sphere Entertainment Dome in Las Vegas can project over 500,000 of these G-initialed bytes of data.
Gigabytes?
Gigabytes, you got it, absolutely. Giga meeting 1 billion. Good answer. Go, Eric.
Science potpourri for 10.
Potpourri for 10. It is thought by scientists that cats are close to perfect creatures. Having not gone through this E-initial process for millions of years, yes, Judge Woods?
Evolution?
Evolution, yeah. That would have changed their looks and their behavior. So they, like sharks, have basically changed not at all. Perfectly adapted to their surroundings. All right, go red.
Let's get physical for 10.
Physical, 10 points. Here we go. Multiple choice. If you're boiling a liquid on the stove, let's say you're going to be making some hard-boiled eggs and you forget and it just keeps boiling. The boiling will continue till all the water is boiled away. But, multiple choice, will the temperature rise, fall, or stay the same throughout? North Forestville.
It will rise.
No, sir. No, sir. If you let it keep boiling until it's all gone, will that temperature have risen, fallen, or stayed the same?
Stay the same.
Stay the same, because water boils at 212 degrees Fahrenheit. It can never go above that. It will just evaporate beyond that. Okay, go again, red.
Let's get physical for 15.
Physical, 15, here you go. 1 year here on Earth equals 365 days, 6 hours, 9 minutes, and 9.54 seconds, which is the amount of time it takes the Earth to do this. To do this. Be careful.
Orbit.
Orbit, absolutely right. Revolve around the Earth. Good answer. Good. Go.
Dateline science for 25.
Dateline for 25 points. All right, get this. We'll almost be in a dead heat. All right, this is a visual question. Look at the monitor in the studio, please. Many of you know the story of Alexander Fleming, who discovered that penicillin would kill bacteria. This is his Petri dish. Now, if Mr. Fleming had not discovered that by accident, if he had planned out an experiment like you guys do, you know the scientific method, this statement that I'm about to read you could have been Mr. Fleming's in that science experiment. You tell me what step it is. North Forestville, I haven't even read it yet. Haven't even read it. Here's the statement, Judge Woods. I quote, "A particular kind of bacteria growing on a plate will likely die when exposed to a particular kind of mold. That fits where into the scientific method when you do an experiment? That's a hypothesis. That's a guess where you're thinking it might happen, and then the experiment sets out to prove it, yay or nay. All right, that was a tough question. Go again, green.
Dateline science for 20.
Dateline, 20 points. Some sport, any of you golf? Nobody golfs. Well, some sports like golf that feature powerful swings can compress these backbones, especially those in the lower part of your spine. What are those bones called? What do you call them, Judge Woods? What?
Scranum?
No, you're thinking sacrum. You're thinking,
yes.
Yeah, not quite. Not quite. Temadiri, what do you call those bones in your spine that sometimes can be compressed?
Spinal column?
No, we're looking for vertebrae. And the sacrum, the sacral vertebrae are there. You just gave me too much specificity there, Ahmed. Good try. Go again, green.
Zoo parade for 25.
Zoo parade, 25 points. The big one in the zoo category is as follows. We're going to show you a picture. I'm going to show you an animal by the name of a tapir, T-A-P-I-R. You find them in South America. The tapir is the only animal other than the elephant that is the closest relative to these modern-day equines, which are ridden by equestrians in the Olympics. I gave you a lot of clues there. Judge Woods?
Mammoth?
Not mammoths, no. No. Elephants and tapirs are the closest relatives to these modern-day equines, which are ridden by equestrians in the Olympics.
Rhino?
Horses.
Oh.
Horses, equestrians, equines. Okay, no points. Go again, green.
Body systems for 20.
Body systems for 20 points. Since eggshells are made mostly of calcium, if you eat them, and you can, even if you don't think they're that tasty, if you eat or swallow eggshells, the hydrochloric version of this chemical in your stomach will quickly dissolve the shell. Judge Woods.
Acid?
Acid, the hydrochloric acid, HCl, absolutely right. Good. So if you get a couple little bits of shell in your egg salad, don't worry about it. Go.
Green things for 25.
Green for 25, big one in that category. All right, multiple choice. Plants that are being attacked by insects or parasites. They give off chemicals to warn other nearby plants. There's trouble. These chemicals pass through what pores, I'm going to give you some choices, on the underside of the plant leaves. Are they called the stoma, the sepals, or the phloem? Which of those are the holes that those chemicals can enter through? Judge Woods.
Sepals.
Not sepals, good try. Stoma, sepals, or phloem?
Phloem.
The one neither of you chose, the stoma, sometimes called the stomata, which are the little breathing holes on the underside of a leaf. Go again, red.
Let's get physical for 20.
Physical for 20 points. Big one, that one. All right. If this gas, which makes up 4/5 of our atmosphere, is liquefied, it is so cold, it can be used to make very smooth ice cream. It can take the warts off your skin. Or if you, as you see on TV science shows, it can freeze a rose or a banana solid. Liquid what?
Nitrogen.
Yeah, good, go. Good. Judge Woods.
Science potpourri for 20.
Potpourri for 20 points. Pilots. Hey, pilot Eric. Pilots recommend that airplane passengers always keep their seat belts fastened because strong winds can cause this T initialed. What's it called? You may answer.
Turbulence.
Turbulence, you got it. That's the way to end the game. Turbulence, all that can cause the passengers to be thrown around the cabins. The buzzer says our game is over. We almost ran out of questions. We did not run out of talented young people, though. We'll be back just a few moments after we validate that score. And we're back. What a great game. At the beginning, it was a little lopsided. Look at that score now. Yes, indeed, North Forestville came back in that second half, and our final tally today is North Forestville 145, Judge Woods 195. Round of applause for that Judge Woods team. You did it, you guys. Your experience came through. Eric, would you be good enough and just tell us who's standing back there?
Okay, so first off we have Yusef, he's an alternative.
Yes.
Our new principal, Miss Dr. Buns.
Get that doctor in there, yes.
Yeah, and we have our coach, Miss Mason.
Wonderful. Thank you. Oh, you played a terrific game. We're going to see you in the next round. Maybe it's your year. It might be your year. Round of applause for North Forestville over there. Great shirts, great teams, and great talent. Timidiri, tell us who's back there.
This is Xavier Deans, our alternative, and this is our assistant principal, Mr. Richardson, and our coach.
And your coach, Mr. Richard, the one and only. Thank you, sir, for doing this. Hope to see you next year. Give yourselves all a round of applause. And thank you all at home for watching. I'm Dave Zarin. I hope to see you next time on another edition of Science Bowl. Bye-bye, everybody.